Outdoors Delmarva covers everything outdoors,
including real hunting and fishing situations involving wildlife.
We do our best each and every week to keep it tasteful, but discretion is advised.
Now, enjoy the show.
This week on Outdoors Delmarva, some local ladies are lacing up their boots for some time in the field.
Cool.
It's the program helping them become an outdoors woman.
Then, when the ducks are in, you'd better be there early. We'll head out for an early morning hunt in Wycomico County.
Plus, it's the environmentally friendly way to treat your tree.
Maybe we could put that up in that tree.
Willie gets his hands sticky with a project that'll keep those backyard birds coming back for more.
And we've got some brand new viewer photos to share right now on Outdoors Delmarva.
Ellen! Fish eye!
Hi everybody, thanks for watching Outdoors Delmarva. I'm Captain Willie Dykes.
And I'm Mike Parker. We're so happy you could join us here in the cabin for another round of adventures this week. And Willie, maybe a little hard to believe, but boy, the month of January is already just about behind us. And with those winter waterfowl and deer seasons really coming to a close now, I mean, you got to be honest, it's kind of that downtime for local hunters, though it doesn't mean there's a lack of things to do outdoors.
And another thing, Mike, with the Super Bowl just a week away, pretty soon there won't be any games to keep you on that couch on Sundays. You're going to have to get creative.
That's true, though. As we always say, it's always about getting out there and trying something new.
And not too long ago, we caught up with a group of local ladies who were trying something new, too. And our cameras were there as they found out what it takes to become an outdoors woman. The cheerful sounds coming from the Bridgetown Manor in Henderson, Maryland on this crisp winter afternoon could be mistaken for any other ladies' Sunday luncheon. But these women are attending a unique workshop offered through the Maryland Department of Natural Resources. The Becoming an Outdoors Woman program, or BOW program for short, is designed to bring women closer to nature.
Here I am with ladies from all over the county and all over the Eastern Shore. They're from all parts of Maryland. It's a really good confidence booster for any of the ladies who want to go hunting with their sons, with their boyfriends, with their husbands, with their fathers. It's a great opportunity.
It just took you right off your program, didn't I?
Today's special guest is outdoorsman and world-renowned champion game caller, Sean Mann.
I'm going to teach you guys how to goose call.
And there's a good reason these ladies are learning the art of calling geese. Tomorrow, many of them will be experiencing their first goose hunt in Kent County.
Yeah, the voice of the Canada goose has been something that just is so, I don't know, it's the most musical thing in nature to me.
These ladies are about to discover why Sean and his goose calls have won so many world titles.
So we get their attention, and then just pick up the speed. You're bringing the birds closer, you want to calm things down, so you slow things down. And bring in some other sounds that typically you've learned through your experience. Calms the birds down, gives them more confidence and brings them into the spread. And you'll hear these sounds if you've ever listened to geese. Saying, come on over, we're having a party, the food's good, the drink's good, everything's good. Of course, at the end of this lie, we shoot them, but that's a whole other issue.
And while it may take some practice to approach Sean's ability, the apprentices are eager to give it a try.
Now we're doing something, right? Right, exactly. Okay.
With the goose calling over, it's now time for the next item on the agenda, and this is where the rubber meets the road.
You'll come up, you'll call pull.
A round of trap to sharpen the shooting skills. After receiving a box of shells, it's off to the wobble trap to bust some clays.
We're going to focus on the target, touch the target with the gun, squeeze the trigger.
Same thing.
Okay.
Right about there. Right about there.
Pull.
Orange.
I think I'm lucky that I got a goose last week when I went with my husband because I haven't hit a target yet.
Pull.
After a slow start, the lady marksmen proved to be naturals, and if this level of sharpshooting is in play during tomorrow's hunt, I'd say those geese are already cooked.
Well, I hope everyone has a good time and a safe time. That's number one. And hopefully everyone will come away with geese as well.
At the hunt next morning, the Outdoors women break out our new Viewer Venture Cam, which allows viewers to share their own experiences.
Smile for the camera.
And while this particular blind ended the morning with a goose egg, the hunters were accomplished in other aspects.
Look at that. Called in through. I'm proud.
Leading to a successful weekend for these women of the outdoors.
If you think that looks like fun, more workshops are coming soon. Everything from fishing and hunting to kayaking and cooking. For more information on becoming an outdoors woman, go to outdoorsdelmarva.com.
Still to come on Outdoors Delmarva, we'll turn that old tree into an irresistible backyard bird feeder. We'll get you started on this fun family activity. And next, when the ducks are in, you'd better be ready. Shooting time comes early in this Wicomico County hotspot.
But first, did you know? The World Championship Goose Calling Contest is held every year on Maryland's Eastern Shore. Which town hosts the event? The answer when we come back.
Outdoors Delmarva is sponsored by Shooter's Choice and Shorts Marine.
Okay, keep trying. You'll find it. It takes a while.
Stay with us. Mike and Captain Willie have more adventures to come.
Did you know? The World Championship Goose Calling Contest is held in Easton, Maryland during the Easton Waterfowl Festival.
Hi everybody, and thanks for watching Outdoors Delmarva. I'm Mike Parker. Another winter waterfowl hunt, this time in Wicomico County along the Green Branch body of water here that eventually runs into the Pocomoke River. I'll tell you what, it's one of those duck spots where when they're here, you got to get here because it could be hot and heavy in the morning and you may not see any the rest of the day. Pretty good morning with a good group of guys. Take a look.
I was thinking about putting one up high today, so they'll see it.
The action this morning began long before daylight, hunting with two parties split between two locations on this Willards area farm. Shuttled by ATV, I eventually joined about 6 other hunters along a tree line perfectly parallel with the Green Branch in front of us. Tough to see here in low light, but with a number of decoys set up in and around the water, there wasn't much time to settle in before shooting time.
Well, we've had a great morning. It's overcast. The ducks are coming in. They're not flying real high. And as a result of that, we're getting some good shooting. We've killed some big ducks. We've killed a few widgeons. And we've also killed some teal. So, great morning. And best of all, we're all shooting halfway good.
Believe it or not, though, the guys who hunt here have to be patient for a moment like this. It's private land and the type of spot that only gets hunted a few times each season. Left to ripen, if you will, until it's a sure thing that ducks have formed a habit to be here.
Got some ball pates or widgeons, which are, it's a widgeon hen. And we got some mallards. Got a mallard hen. Got some green-winged teal. That's a green-winged teal hen. Green-winged teal drake. You can tell by the green stripe and why they're called green wings.
True to its reputation, as more sunlight starts to penetrate the clouds, this early morning hotspot cools significantly. With the remaining birds, both ducks and geese, now well off in the distance. But if nothing else, it gives us time to retrieve some fallen birds across the water.
Should I use the whistle on it?
And give an anxious dog a little exercise.
Ray, I think there's one on up closer to your vehicle. Yeah. No, these mallards, even with, there could be 500 live ones sitting here in the ditch, and they're going to work you like that. As the light gets up, it gets shadowy in the ditch, they like to be able to see where they want to be. Plus, it's easier for them to pick us out, too.
Hey, we did great this morning. Had a good shoot. Weather got a little sunny on us, but overall we did great.
And a great memory for this group of friends, ducks or not. This early morning wake-up call was worth it.
Get outdoors, Delmarva.
Coming up next on Outdoors Delmarva, Willie's back with a winter activity for the whole family. We'll have those backyard birds flying back for more. Plus, we'll spend time with an old friend. You won't want to miss this week's Scorchy's Corner Classic.
Scorchy's Corner Classics are sponsored by Tars Marine Insurance.
I'm Jim Parker. No relation to Mike Parker. I'm a lot better good looking than he is.
Thanks for watching Outdoors Delmarva. I'm Captain Willie Dykes. It's already been a month since Christmas, and if you remember, we had a pretty nice tree here in the cabin. Well, when it was finally time to take it down, we loaded it up in the pickup truck and took it to someone who knew how to put it to good use. We have one last Christmas gift to deliver, and it's for the birds. And this rough weather, they're going to need it. Let's see what we have in the bag. Peanut butter. And we have a mixture of bird feed here. Let's see what kind we have here. Classic wild bird feed. We're here with Kathy Kroner from the Maryland Department of Natural Resources, and she's going to show us how to use an old Christmas tree to make treats for wildlife.
This is kind of the easiest one. I'm going to dump this into this tray. And then I've tied a string on the pine cone.
I guess there's a lot of different species of birds and animals use that a mixture like that.
There's all different things, I guess, for all different taste buds. And they all like peanut butter.
Ah, they do.
And they like it, and this is a good time of year because they need the fat. And then I'm just going to stick it in here and roll it around.
Just really goop it on, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, the more the better.
I'll hang it outside, and they'll come and peck the seeds off. I have some coconut oil,
Okay.
but I'm going to heat it up a little bit and melt it. And then I'm going to use this cookie cutter, and you put 2 layers of tin foil tightly around the cookie cutter. And then when I liquefy the coconut oil, I'll mix some of the seed in there and pour that in there.
Yeah, just making a
Let me do
mold.
that.
Yeah.
This is one I made the other day, and this one is coconut oil, and there's the string coming out. I put some cereal in there too. Made popcorn, and I got some, this is a little bit heavier than regular thread, it's craft thread. Stick the popcorn through the needle.
What kind of spot are we looking for, Kathy?
Well, we want somewhere where it can kind of stay and not blow away, because I know this is a windy day today, so this will be a good test.
I'll flip this around so they can see it pretty easily. Something like this isn't entirely for the birds, because this time of year nothing will cheer you up more than seeing a couple of cardinals or something flitting around in the yard and a little life on a cold winter's day. So it's good to do for the birds, but it's just good to do.
Right, yeah, they're fun to see.
And a good way to use your old Christmas tree. That sure was a lot of fun. So when it comes to that old Christmas tree, or any tree for that matter, we hope you'll put it to good use. Mike?
Thank you, Willie. Well, like a lot of people around here, next week we'll be making the trip north to Harrisburg for the annual Eastern Sports and Outdoor Show. So much to see there. We'll be bringing back plenty of adventures to share here on the show. Well, back in 1984, our good friend Scorchy Taws made that same trip and found a story that required very few words to tell, only sounds. The owl hooting contest is this week's Scorchy's Corner Classic.
Archie Toils, wandering our Delmarva land for WBOC News.
Still ahead on Outdoors Delmarva, we'll check out your newest viewer photos. But first, did you know? According to NOAA, the average water temperature off the coast of Ocean City, Maryland was 37 degrees in the month of January.
Did You Know is sponsored by the Maryland Coastal Bays Program. Outdoors Delmarva will be right back.
Hi everybody, and thanks for watching Outdoors Delmarva. I'm Mike Parker, and I'm excited now to spend some time with one of the fine sponsors of our program talking about Shooter's Choice right here in Dover, Delaware. And joining me right now is the guy who started it all, talking about Dave Lawson. How you doing, Dave?
Mike, doing well. Glad to have you.
Tell us a little bit about everything you have to offer.
Well, we've got it pretty well covered, I think, anyway. We cover from boots to crossbows to shotguns to handguns to the Black Cloud ammunition to the full Remington and Savage lines.
Dave, I can't help but notice the selection of shotguns you've got here. Great for the waterfowl hunter, great for the deer hunter here in Delaware. Show me something new.
Well, here's the Remington 887. It's a new one. It's a polymer gun, capable of handling the 3.5-inch Magnum waterfowl loads, and it's a pump action gun. Closes, has a release in the front, and the safety's right here, typically Remington.
Boy, that is pretty. A far cry from the old 870 Wingmaster my grandfather passed down to me, but I'll tell you what, buy one of these, start a new family tradition. Now this is what I'm talking about. This looks like a full-service shooting range to me.
It is, Mike. We can handle all handguns, muzzle loaders, shotguns, you name it. We can shoot it in here.
Dave, there's so many options these days when it comes to young hunters and shooters. When that first-time buyer, the beginner comes in, how do you approach that?
We approach that from an educational standpoint, not from a sales standpoint. We want these people to understand the seriousness of buying a gun and the responsibility goes along with it. So as we move from that, then we'll talk about the actual purchase of what gun would be best for them. And to that we have the rental cabinet. You can try a lot of guns, test drive if you will, these firearms before purchase.
Oh my! All right, Dave Lawson, thank you for showing us around. Really impressed.
Thanks for being here, Mike. I appreciate it.
Thank you for sponsoring Outdoors Delmarva. For the selection, quality, and customer service you deserve, Shooter's Choice, always on target. And we'll be right back.
Stay with us. Your viewer photos are still to come.
Outdoors Delmarva is sponsored by Shooter's Choice and Shorts Marine.
Well, it's time now to share some of the pictures sent in by our own Outdoors Delmarva viewers.
Sandy Fisher from Salisbury has a small water feature in her backyard, but it must have been big enough for this great blue heron. Nice picture, Sandy.
Trey Willie from Salisbury took this deer during the early bow season this past year. It was his first deer with a bow and first of many, we're sure. Good job, Trey.
Alan Sklar from Ocean City sent in this shot of a hawk resting atop a utility pole. Looks like the bird spotted Alan, too. Watch out.
And Joseph Barrow from Pocomoke City, Maryland, shot this 8-pointer on the second day of this past rifle season. A great expression here and also a great memory for him. Congratulations to this young hunter. Well, we love sharing your outdoor photos here on the show, so please keep them coming. You can upload them directly to outdoorsdelmarva.com using Flickr, or just email me at mparker@wboc.com.
What a way to end the month of January. And don't worry, we have plenty of new adventures coming up in our next episode.
Yeah, for starters, we're going to head over to Ocean City for the Nautical and Wildlife Art Festival. We'll catch up with some local artists and check out some of the locally inspired artwork they've been working on.
My grandfather was a naturalist on the island, and he taught me a lot about, the wildlife, the different birds and animals and stuff. So
it's special to you every time you sit down to paint?
Oh, definitely, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And we actually cast live marine life, and we make molds, and then we cast the plaster in it so that we can get every detail of the live product.
Really nice event.
Until then, for Mike Parker, I'm Captain Willie Dykes, reminding you to get outdoors, Delmarva.
Well, Willie, the Super Bowl next week, who do you think will win?
The team with the most points. Going to take it hands down.
Wow, what a stretch.
The safe pick.
Always safe.
To enter to win future product giveaways featured on Outdoors Delmarva, send a postcard with your name, address, and phone number to Outdoors Delmarva, care of WBOC-TV, 1729 North Salisbury Boulevard, Salisbury, Maryland, 21801.
All right, Dave Lawson, really impressed with your operation. Thanks for showing us around.
Thanks for being here.
Well, thank you for sponsoring Outdoors Delmarva. For all your shooting sports needs and the
Selection, quality, and customer service. Maybe we can get it. Cue card, there you go.
Yeah, we don't have to.
We have her holding cue
usually
cards.
work in the woods. There's no cue cards. All right, here we go.
All right.
Didn't mean to put you on the spot.
Yeah. Okay.
Or whatever you want to say.
Okay. We have one, never mind. Okay. We have one last Christmas gift to deliver. Here we go.
Tell you what, these winter waterfowl hunts can be pretty addictive, especially if you have some action out there on the water.
You know the mic, the thing? The mic. Okay, let's try it.
Willie, I'll tell you what, it's hard to believe we're already wrapping up the month of January already. And you gotta be honest with those, winter, things. Hey everybody, and thanks for watching Outdoors Delmarva. I'm Mike Parker. Well, another late, 3, 2, 1. Hey, there you go.
Got a single right over top.
No problem. Yeah, that's what distracted me.